Greg's been doing this stuff being, marketing online since 1996. And I don't know about you guys, but I hardly even knew what to do with a computer in 1996. So he is not only one of the most, if not the most knowledgeable guys, especially when it comes to the topic that he's talking about tonight, website development. What he's going to show you with Google Apps and email will not only blow your mind, but give you a huge, again, leg up on finding a ton of time in your day and eliminate a lot of that techno garbage that we waste our time on. Greg is a resource that both Mike and I have used and continue to lean on, whether it comes to designing websites for us or to say, hey, Greg, is this widget all that it's cracked up to be? And the guy knows his stuff. Greg, share, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Without further ado, I would like to talk to you guys today about Google Apps and what Google Apps can do for your business. What is Google Apps and what does it have to do with marketing? Directly, there is no relationship. However, what Google Apps will do for you is to give you lots of time for you to implement more things that you get every month in that little green and white packet, okay? So what this is going to do, if you think about this year, one of the things that I believe each and every one of us needs to focus in on is being more productive, getting more time to be able to do the things that we want to do marketing-wise with our business. So with that, if you think about 2012 and what you want to accomplish, how many would actually agree that if they had a little bit more time, that they could implement the things that they learn here and from the newsletter for those of you who get it? Everyone agree? Okay, great. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you everything you need to do to get that time to be able to implement by the end of the time you leave today, all right? So this is a quote from The Ultimate Sales Secret by Chet Holmes. He says, if you spend just 15 minutes per day to revisit, reread emails or documents, you'll waste 97 hours per year. Many of your staff waste at least an hour per day revisiting things like email, and that equates to 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Now let's break this down. This guy, Chet Holmes, creates companies to get to $100 million in sales. First chapter of his book is dedicated to time management. He said if you can't manage your time, you're stuck in the water, all right? So a lot of us don't even think about how much time we waste rereading, refinding, going to find that attachment in our email, trying to, just deal with your inbox, all right? But we're gonna tackle that today. So here's another company, research firm, and it states that we waste $650 billion a year in unnecessary interruptions, all right? How many of us have these interruptions throughout our day via email, text messages, phone calls, etc., 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 okay? So I'm going to prove to you that you're wasting this time, and what I want you to think about right now is that commercial that says, oh, that was old 37 seconds ago. You know that commercial about the phone? Oh, it was old 37 seconds ago. Well, think about how many little 15 minutes or 20 seconds you waste logging in, opening an email, and doing that stuff. You waste this time every day. I'm going to prove to you guys that you are wasting these little increments of time that adds up to 6 weeks of wasted time, all right? So here's some stats for 2010. So 100 trillion numbers of emails sent in 2010. We know that's way more a year later, right? And we also know that it's not going to get any less. It's only going to get more. 89.1% of the emails were spam, okay? So if you think about all the email you get, realistically, how much of it may not necessarily be spam, but not something you need to take an action on and deal with. But you have to look at it, make a decision, and decide what to do with it. Little chunks of time add up, add up, add up, all right? So here's the fact. You are spending a valuable portion of your time and energy on email-related actions, okay? So here are the actions. Log in, open, read, respond, delete some, and store some. So how many times a day are you doing these things? Once a day, twice a day. Is there anyone in this room who doesn't do these things? All right, so everyone's in this group. We all do these things. And think about it, here we go, 15 minutes a day. That's just 15 minutes. How many of us spend more time than 15 minutes a day messing around with our email? Okay, all right. So that's 97, that's 6 weeks and probably more for some of us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how to change that and how to utilize your email more effectively. And so what I'm gonna share with you is a way to do that using Google Apps.